Hey guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, the Bright Side Girl, and today I am doing my November TBR. So switching up the background just a little bit, I just redid all of my spooky shelves and I had no idea what to do for Thanksgiving because it's technically fall, but I've already done fall shelves and I didn't want to do them again, and I'm gonna do Christmas shelves here really soon, so just boring bookshelves right now. For November, I have a goal in mind that is a little bit lofty as normal. November's a little bit tricky for two reasons. One, I like to start reading festive holiday books from Thanksgiving to Christmas, maybe like the week after Christmas. So technically Thanksgiving is 3 weeks into November, so I only have 3 weeks to read the books that are on this TBR. I'm not going to include the Christmas ones because I'm going to do a December TBR, like a holiday books TBR. I'm doing all kinds of Christmassy things. And then also from November 9th through the 17th or something like that, Jeff and I are going on a cruise to the Caribbean. Yay! So the books I'm showing to you today are not books that I'm bringing with me. I'm going to do a separate book cruise TBR video because I want to bring mostly paperbacks and audiobooks so that I don't damage any of my books, and also so that the weight isn't so heavy. So that's why this is kind of lofty. The goal for November is to catch up on some of my series that I haven't completed yet. I've got way too many to catch up all the way on. I'll do a video on that soon. But I have just several that I wanted to get back to, and I've just been doing so many themed months with Mermaid Marathon and Halloween and spooky reads that I haven't gotten back to these yet. So first I'm going to show you the books I want to listen to in audio. Okay, so I definitely will listen to more audiobooks than this most likely, but I definitely want to listen to Stolen from the Heart of Dread series by Melissa De La Cruz and Michael Johnston. This one is just really, really fun on audiobook. Frozen is the first book. I really enjoyed it. It's totally unrealistic and ridiculous, but it was really fun and one to fly through, and the covers are beautiful. So I own the book, but I'm going to listen to it on audiobook, and possibly the third one, but definitely this one since I physically own it and I can check it off my TBR list. So, guess I should tell you what it's about. This one is a fantasy kind of dystopian world where basically everything has frozen over, and we've got a gang of characters, and they're taking a girl that has a monster in her, but she's got magical powers, and so people want her, and it's just it's a whole crazy fantasy-esque thing, but there's action adventure, and it's really good. Next I want to listen to, and I don't know which order, I think Peter and the Secret of the Rendoon is next, and then Peter and the Sword of Mercy, and then The Bridge to Neverland is the fifth one. These are both from the Peter and the Starcatchers series that I am loving. Narrated by Jem Dale in audiobook. So good. I really am loving the series. It's a retelling of Peter Pan. It starts out with being kind of like a prequel to Peter Pan, explaining how he got to Neverland and how he doesn't age and all that stuff, and there are star catchers in here that go around catching star stuff, which is kind of like pixie dust, and it has magical powers, and they protect it from bad guys, and it's super action adventure, super fun. I listened to the first two this summer with my husband, and I want to get to the next two, hopefully three, and complete the series in November. He's going to listen to this with me, so we'll probably do a series review together. So these are really good, and I want to just put them next to each other on the bookshelf, but I don't do that until I've completed the series, so yay! And then lastly, this one I may or may not be able to get to because it's so big. I want to listen to Eldest by Christopher Paolini, the second book in the Aragon series. Fantasy, dragons, hints of Lord of the Rings inspiration in here, going on a journey, being the chosen one, dragon riders, just romance goodness. It's just so good. The audiobook is exceptional, which is why I'm not going to read the book that I own. But I listened to this one, possibly the next two, but they're so big, they're 17 hours, so, and I really want to focus on them and not just try and get through them. So I'm going to listen to this one. Hopefully it'll be last on my list, but I really want to get to it because it's good, and it's just going to take me a red hot minute to get through all these. Okay, next up are the books that I want to physically reread. I have two that are not continuations of series. I wanted to get to this fall, but then I read that it takes place in November, so that's why I put it off. So I want to get to the Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. I've just heard wonderful things about this. It's horse races and fantasy, and that's basically all I know, but I've heard like everyone loves it, and it's a standalone, so that's awesome. And I haven't read anything from Maggie besides the Shiver trilogy, which I haven't finished yet, and I will get to Raven Boys, but not yet. So I definitely want to get to this one in November. It's the only one that is not a continuation of a series, basically. And then for my classic for the month, I went to read Mary Poppins by P.L. Travers. This one was written in 1934, so it is a classic. It's very small, it's very cute. The movie's coming out, so I thought it would be a good time to read it. It's so adorable, and it's gonna take me like 2 seconds to read it, and I wasn't in the mood to read one of my bigger classics, so we're gonna go with this guy. And then I want to get to Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken, and hopefully in the afterlife. I go through these pretty fast for how chunky they are. Continuation of the Darkest Minds trilogy. I still need to watch the movie. I'm definitely not gonna get to the 4th one that just came out, but since I own these, I would like to complete the series so I can just be done, and I like to put them on the shelves together, like I said. Definitely Never Fade, and hopefully in the afterlife I will get to in November. We'll see. I'm like super busy. We get back from our cruise 4 days before Thanksgiving. And then, depending on how fast I read everything, Son of a Witch by Gregory Maguire is the 2nd book in the Wicked series. I read that last year, so I'm super behind on it, but Gregory Maguire's books, for the most part, they're not huge. They're like 300 pages, but they just take me a minute to get through. Mirror Mirror didn't. I got through that really fast. But these just take me longer to get through. They're adult books. They're a little bit more descriptive. His writing style, I'm still kind of debating if I like it, but I love retelling. And this is the 2nd book in the series, so it's about like the Wicked Witch's son. And so I have no idea where it's gonna go, but it's just such a cool book. And there's like two or three more in the series, and I have at least one more. So yeah, this one's been on my TBR for an extremely long time, like before book 2, but yeah. So those are all the books I want to get to in November besides when we go on vacation. So stay tuned for my cruise TBR, which will be up in like a week or so after my wrap-ups and all that stuff. I'll be just talking about like books I want to bring on my cruise. But yeah, those are everything I want to read. Is there anything that you guys want to catch up on? Let me know what you're reading down below. Do you have themes that you like to do in November? It's kind of hard to have like Thanksgiving books, so I don't really have anything like that. Thank you so much for watching. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and sometimes like Friday or Saturday. Usually get 2 to 3 videos a week from me. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. That really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time on the bright side. Bye!